Check out that death wobble though. Yeah, that's a gnarly death wobble. That's to the point where that's going to throw you off the bike. Alright, this is the first on the channel. We're actually going to be taking the Mozzie Moz. This is going to be awkward because I don't usually wear a helmet while I'm driving a car. Alright, fine, I'll take the helmet off. Alright, so you may be wondering why we're mobbing the Mozzie Moz and not the truck. And it's because this dude lives wicked close. So if I do buy the bike, I'll probably just ride it home and get somebody to give me a ride back to the casa. Alright, let's roll! We're losing daylight by the second. We gotta speed this up. So the majority of my flips are definitely motorcycles, the vast majority. But I have done a few vehicles. I don't dig vehicles as much because there's just so much more that can go wrong with them. Cars and trucks. I'm not a mechanic. Yellow. I love it. Bye. Like I was saying, I don't do a lot of, I've done a few cars and trucks. The thing with those is, not being a mechanic, I'm just not confident I can spot an issue with the car and truck. So I stick with the motos. They're funner, they're cheaper, you don't have to have as much capital tied up in them. Alright, you guys, wish me luck. Let's check this out. Alright, ¿qué pasó, compadres? Bienvenidos al canal de John. Hey, welcome to John's Moto Garage. This is John buying, riding, and selling motos. If you hadn't noticed, I'm atop another Yamaha Star Bolt 950. This one happens to be the C-Spec. I looked at one of these, well, I sold one not too long ago on the channel. Check it out if you didn't already. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So I sold one, and then I also looked at one recently, and that one turned out to be a bust. Major bust. Had to check engine light, dent in the tank, things like that. Check engine light, you guys. You could see this little dent right here. Hey, did you know the check engine light's on? And now we're looking at a C-Spec, but if you recognize the area, that's because I live wicked close to this dude, so it was very convenient and easy to come check it out. This one's got just over 12,500 miles. It's a 2015. The dude has newer tires on it. And what else has he got? He did recent brakes, so all that looks good. I love the C-Spec. I have to tell you right now, of all the bolts, this one's definitely my favorite as far as how it sits and how it looks. You know, I prefer like black, and only because these are harder to sell. I think they look good, but people just don't dig these colors as much. Now, I was wondering how this dude had not sold this bike yet. Dude, this thing corners way better than those other bikes. Let me pull over here real quick so you guys can take a gander at this beautiful machine. C-Spec for cafe racer style. So not as comfortable by any means. Looks like someone's been doing donuts out here. Let's just step off and kind of take a look at the Moto. So not as comfortable, but I dig it. I like it. I think it looks, of all the bolts, this is my favorite. You still got the rear shock reservoirs, and this one's got the nice side mounted rear view mirrors. Did a good job on that. I like the cowl. Good job there. LEDs in the front. I like the fork gators. Canon air filter is what I'm told. He did the slip on. Doesn't sound too bad. I think it sounds pretty good. Doesn't backfire too gnarly. Not like the Triumph with the straight pipes. So all in all, it's a nice bike. The issues I have with it, and what I'm really torn about, is you got a tiny little indent right there. Not even a dent. I like to call it an indent. It could probably clean up pretty nice, but just that normal wear and tear from a bike that has higher, again, relatively higher miles. Got a little crack here on the cowl. Little crack here as well. It's little things like that where if you're gonna keep it and ride it for years and years, they make little to no impact whatsoever. But if you're like me, where you're gonna mob it around for 6 to 8 months and then, you know, get rid of it and move on to the next thing, then those become hindrances, because it just makes it that much more difficult to get your money back from it. So I'm torn on this one. I'm really torn because it's hard to come by these, and at the price, it is a good price. I don't know if the price is going to be right for me. I got to tell you though, I really check out that death wobble though. Yeah, that's a gnarly death wobble. That's to the point where that's going to throw you off the bike. You could lean in on this thing for sure. For sure. I'm in third gear. Third gear right around. That's gnarly. Look at that. I'm just scared to let the bars off completely. So on this bike, it's third gear, slowing down from about 35 miles per hour. If you let your hands off, look at that. That'll throw you right off the bike. That's gnarly. This is a death wobble. All the way down from like 35 to 20 miles per hour. This thing's still wobbling like gnarly. Now, you're not going to go around with your hands off, you know, but that is just crazy. Slapping the tank. That's a gnarly death wobble. Such a slow speed. I don't quite understand it. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know if the price is right on this guy. I need to do some research and find out, is that death wobble normal? Is it on all the bikes, or is that an issue with something in the front of the bike, you know? Look at that. Do you guys see that? Death wobble. 40 miles per hour. Slowing down from 40. Oh! This thing's rocking me off the bike. That's crazy. Yeah, like if I wasn't holding the bars right here, this thing would be like throwing me right off. That's a gnarly death wobble. Right at about 33 miles per hour, this thing just starts shaking like it's nobody's business in third gear. That is just bizarre. It's crazy in this day and age with all the engineering advancements that they have, how you can have a motorcycle this cool looking and this awesome to ride, and yet you get that gnarly death wobble at 33 miles per hour seems to be the spot. You guys feel that? I don't know if you guys can see this. That's not me. See? That is not me. I'm scared to one-hand it. I really am. I'm scared. I'm scared, you guys. I'm gonna one-hand it just so you can kind of get an idea for how gnarly that is. Yeah, if you let that get too out of control, that's such a crazy death wobble. Yamaha Bolt death wobble, 2015 C-Spec. I love these bikes, but I hate the death wobble. Now, just for the record, this is not unique to Yamahas. I've seen this on Harleys, I've seen this on Suzukis, I've seen this on other motos, so it's nothing against the Yamaha, but that's just gnarly. All right, I'm rolling back up to the Casa. Let's see what happens. All right, compadres. So I did pick the bike up right here and now. I don't know about that death wobble. The fact of the matter is, I think a lot of bikes have it, and unless you're riding around with no hands, which very few people do, it's not really an issue, I think. But I gotta do some research because I don't know. I haven't done enough research to really understand. And with that one, I feel like it's maybe a little bit more severe than other bikes where I've noticed the wobble. You know, pretty much any Harley, if you're slowing down and you hit the right little range, you're gonna get a little bit of wobble. That's just how those bikes are. So we're gonna go home, hit up Dr. Google, but I think price-wise we might not be where we need to be. Alright, amigos, we will hit you up on the next one. Gracias for tuning in, and adios.